Gill throwing out the first pitch. And if that looks like a guy who's thrown a baseball before, it's because he has thrown a baseball before, not just playing catch in the backyard, but Turner Gill, in addition to being a college star at the University of Nebraska, was also a professional baseball player.
Tried to be a professional baseball player.
No, you were. And that was after your football career, right? Played briefly in Canada and then gave baseball a shot?
Yeah, I was fortunate and I had an opportunity to go play baseball. I always grew up loving the game of baseball, and hopefully I had an opportunity to go at the next level, and I was glad I had an opportunity. It didn't quite work out to get to the major leagues, but I enjoyed my experience.
What position did you play?
Played shortstop.
Okay. So you and Frank would have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Turned a few double plays. A little picking and grinning.
That's what the shortstops have to do.
Oh, yeah.
You're all Big 8 as a shortstop.
Well, yep. We tried to do a little bit of that. I had a couple of awards there, but again, I enjoyed the game. I grew up always wanting to play baseball, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Once you got into pro ball, what was the most difficult adjustment that you had to try to make?
Well, I think the biggest adjustment was trying to hit the outside part of the plate, to being disciplined enough to not trying to pull the ball. I was more of that pull hitter and doing those type of things, and so that caught up with me as the higher you got up. Obviously, they found out where the weak spot is, and they made the adjustment, and I didn't.
Now, I heard that, among other reasons, that one of the reasons you went to Nebraska was because Tom Osborne was going to allow you to play both sports. Now that you're a coach, how would you feel about somebody who came to KU and wanted to play football and maybe another sport?
Oh, I'm absolutely open to it. I've been there and done that, and I understand how that works, and we can work it all out with the other sports as far as if it's a football and a basketball player, or a football or a baseball player, or football or track. I'm open to it because I understood it, and that's something I was looking forward to doing, and we can work it out amongst our coaches to work out the schedule to make it work.
So how do you feel about the University of Nebraska going to the Big Ten?
Well, if I say my initial reaction to it was I was, not pleased with it because I wanted to have the Big 12 conference the way it was originally the last few years. But again, I understood, why they did what they did. Again, they got to take care of their institution, both athletically and academically. So I understood why they did what they did.
And September 3rd, I mean, we're talking about a little less than a month and a half away, so the guys are going to have the pads on pretty soon.
Well, they're going to be out here in this heat with the pads on, and so I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to our players getting back in the football thing. I know that they're excited. They have improved in a lot of areas. Our strength staff has done a great job of doing things. Our players are really more focused than what we were last year. We're all trying to fill each other out a little bit last year as a new coaching staff coming in, and now we got that 1 year under our belt, and now we're ready to move forward and move this program forward in a great way for our fans, for our alumni, and all the people that are associated with the University of Kansas.
Turner with a new athletic director coming in. So that made a big difference in how you go about what you do on a daily basis?
No, not at all. It's been a great transition there. Cheyenne Zinger is definitely a football guy. He understands what it is, a former coach, and been involved in it a lot. And so, again, we have worked very, very well so far. I'm looking forward to working with him now during the season. But, again, he's a person who understands what needs to happen and how I need to go about doing it.
Of course, every time we have a guest in the booth, the inning just flies by. So I'll give you this next question knowing that this could end any second here. But how will the Jayhawks be better this year?
Well, we're going to be more competitive and we're going to be faster.
Okay.
Those are the two things that we have instilled in our players as we went into spring football, and then also as we went into the off season. So our guys will be competitive and we will be faster, and we hope those all translate into more wins.
Would you mind sticking around for another half inning?
I'm okay with that.
All right, sounds good. Visiting with Turner Gill, head football coach of the KU Jayhawks. What are some of the similarities you see at this point with KU compared to Buffalo and how you turn that program around?
Well, I think it's a transition as far as trying to learn how to win and do it on a consistent basis, having confidence in that. And so that's the similarities of it, is that as I brought in as a head football coach and wasn't doing well as far as in the wins and losses, and now it's just trying to get those guys confident in what we're trying to do as a coaching staff and what we're trying to do scheme-wise, and more importantly, how we need to go about doing our business day after day and week after week and month after month, year after year.
2 balls and no strikes, so make that 1-1 on Alcides Escobar.
When you say you have more speed this year, that's on the in your backs and your wide receivers? Does that mean you're going to throw more, or will you be more of a passing team? Or
well, that's referring to every position.
Yes.
We as we recruited and trying to develop our players, and when I talk to our staff and our players, our strength staff, it says I want more explosiveness out of our football team. And part of it is, as we all know, you can only get so fast because of your God-given talent, but you can improve on that. And so that's what we're talking about at every position, even the linemen. I want them to be able to run too and being more explosive.
You know, something that came up quite a bit when you took over as coach last year, which I admire, is you've decided that you're going to kind of break the mold of the typical college football coach with the way you treat the players and all of the things that you prepare them for, aside from every Saturday afternoon. Were you surprised that there was so much talk about what you do away from the game on Saturday?
Well, I guess people, when a new coach comes in, you always want to know what are some of the things that he's going to instill into the football team and in the football program. And I'm just being who I am. I was not totally surprised, a little bit surprised, but I'm just doing what I feel is best to move this football program forward as being a winning program. Again, as a college coach, you're here to graduate student athletes, and you're there to win football games. And you want to do it in the right way. There's no different, I think, in University of Kansas versus any other institution. Each coach has his own personality, maybe has his own style. It's no wrong or right. It's just how you're wired, and this is how I'm wired to be able to be successful as a KU program.
Well, it's only fitting that while Turner Gill is in the booth, that Alex Gordon, also from Nebraska, gets a base hit.
Yep, AG.
And as the ball is misplayed, he goes to second base with 2 outs. Have you gotten to know Alex?
We didn't know each other very well, but obviously he was there when I was at the University of Nebraska, so watch him play a whole lot. I can't sit here and say that we're close or close friends or anything of that nature, but definitely remember him as a player at Nebraska, an outstanding person, an outstanding player, and he's done very, very well at the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, what's more intimidating, a fastball at 95 at the shoulders or an outside linebacker coming from your backside?
I'd rather have the football part of it, not the baseball part. Yeah, have the linebacker coming at me.
Coach, thanks for joining us. I admire all the things you stand for, and good luck this year.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate Kansas City Royals having me on.